welcome to the Geriatric Millennials. This is Jayme.
And this is Beth.
And we are two oldish, youngish ladies. Mm-hmm. Man, we are talking about what we're into, and I love doing these episodes.
They're so fun. I love to give an opinion.
Yes,
there's nothing
and recommendations.
better.
And I will tell you that I have taken some of your recommendations, and I would absolutely agree with them.
Same. I mean, I haven't done a lot because mainly it's been lashes and nails, but I have done some books.
Surprise, surprise. Guess what? I've got more of.
I love that. All right, give me something. Give me something good.
Okay, well, let's just jump right into the nail conversation that's always ongoing with me. Now, somebody recommended to me this nail glue. Mm-hmm. Did I already tell you this?
I mean, yes, you did tell me about it. Well, not
here,
but just in our private lives. Yeah.
Okay. I haven't tried to take it off yet, but I used this nail glue, and it is the best nail glue I have ever used with a press-on nail. Mm-hmm. And they are my nails have been on for over 2 weeks, and they are all so strong still. Like there's no lift on any of them, which I'm already tired of them. Yeah. Like I want to change them out, but I haven't yet. I haven't taken that time, and they are so strong.
They're
so strong. And so yeah,
I will send amazing because you're very active.
I am, and I wash dishes and I shower like multiple times a day a lot of the times. And I've been in my hot tub. Mm-hmm. I have, scratched my son's back a lot with these. These nails are an almond shape, which I've never had before. And I was like, this feels very strange to me, but I like it now.
Okay.
I've gotten used to it. So now I'm like, yeah, I'll have a pointy nail.
Okay. Well, what's the name of it? What is it called?
I forget.
Perfect.
But I have it. I bought it off of Amazon, so I will send it to you, and then you can put it in the show notes.
Perfect. All right. Well, I had a rough week for many reasons, but you know how sometimes there's those weeks where it just like you want everything to go right, and it just is not. It's not going right.
Really?
And it's very the little things.
What happened?
Nothing major, but just like the little things. Like, just maybe you don't find the shirt that you wanted in the wash, or, just all the little things that add up.
Yeah.
And then when they already are like kind of stressed, it just like adds to it. So I was so frustrated. So literally like I'm doing my hair before work. I'm kind of running late because I accidentally snuggled my cat for like an extra 45 minutes. And was just I just did not want to get out of bed, and I didn't want to stop like scrolling and just like not being an adult. Like I just didn't. And so I'm like, okay, kind of rushed. So I like plug my curling iron in. I'm like doing my hair, and I'm of course watching like The Valley or something, like some Bravo show. And I'm like kind of paying attention. And I can feel I feel like I'm going to drop the flat iron. So I automatically just hands off, right? And I jump back because I don't want to burn myself. And it falls on my floor, which is not tile or anything. And I see this little part like off. I'm like, oh gosh, I think I broke the clicker, to like the mechanism to like make it open and close. I'm like, that's going to suck. I picked the piece up. It's on fire. It broke the plate. So it's like the whole plate just like broke apart. It just happened to hit on the perfect angle and just shattered.
Oh, shoot.
And I was so annoyed because it was just like, I'd only just started to do my hair, and I wasn't at a point where I could just like wet it and forget it and just go to work because it would have been a mess. And like to do a whole curly routine would have taken like a long time. So anyway, I had to take out a Marcel grip 2-inch barrel, like flat curling iron that I had from years ago.
What's a Marcel grip?
So a Marcel grip is like, I started using that in like 1996 because that's what my hairdresser used. It's just a different style. So you know how like a lot of, like curling irons have like you press the button with your thumb kind of thing that just like open close.
Yeah.
This one, it's like it's a lever that you open and close more manually, and the handle twists and turns so you can spin it more.
Oh, okay.
So it's really cool, but it's very hard to use. But thankfully, like old me had learned how to use it. So I plug it in. I try to do it without heat, obviously, because I'm like, what if I burn myself? Because I was notorious for burning myself for it. Anyway, I kind of curled my hair, but it was like not great. I was so frustrated. So then I had to go try to figure out like a whole new flat iron system. I went to Sephora. I'm asking people there, and they're just telling me what the best sellers are, which that's not always the best one.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at all the things, and the best seller they said was like this one that was called like a Bayless one. Flat iron. I've never heard of it before, but it's blue, and I like didn't like the color, and I didn't like the way it felt. And I was just like, this isn't going to work for me. And so after spending an hour there, I just realized like, I just want to go home.
You need to research online.
No, I'm going to go home and buy the flat iron brand that I had before that I really liked.
Oh yeah.
Which
just
is
the same one.
Yeah. So I ordered from them.
That's a good brand.
Yeah. I really like it. So I ordered the new updated whatever flat iron. So I'm guessing it will work the same, but I was very excited for it. I mean, so technically I haven't used it yet, but I'm very into it this month because like I'm having to wear my hair curly because I'm so afraid of the big, giant 2-inch Marcel grip, curling iron that it's a whole thing now.
Are those your only hair tools? Do you have other ones too?
The only other hair tool I have is like a blow dryer. So I could round brush it, but then they have flyaways. And I have like the old school Revlon like brush.
Oh yeah, you didn't like the shark.
I didn't like the shark, so I got rid of it. Yeah. But yeah, so it's like I don't have enough. And because I was such a good purger earlier this year, I got rid of everything else because I did have a backup one. And I was like, I'm never going to use this. I don't need a backup flattener. Guess what? I did.
Yeah, you did.
So anyway, but I'm excited. And that just means a gift to me coming in the mail. So
Yeah.
it's even.
I love when I order stuff and it comes in the mail. It is,
I always get the little like thing like FedEx is sending you something. And I'm like, oh my gosh, somebody sent me something. And I'll go look, I'm like, dummy, that was you.
Yeah.
That was you from like 4 days ago ordering something.
Most of the time I forget what I've ordered from Amazon and it's like a surprise when I go, what did I order? What?
Mm-hmm.
And I open it. And so it's exciting if it's ever something.
It's like
most of the time it's just random things that are not that exciting. But like I just got, the paint pens where you can put paint in the pen and just for little touch-ups for, I got that for my baseboards and stuff. There's a couple nicks that I want to, so I haven't used it yet, but anyway. That was the most recent surprise that I got myself.
I think that's such a great gift. That's like that is what I do when I clean house. If I see any kind of scuff, I just have a kind of one of those and I just paint like as I'm cleaning because I'm like, I hate scuffs.
Yeah, I've got a lot of scuffs because I've never done that. So anyway.
Yay.
Okay, I have a cosmetic one.
Okay.
It's a lip thing.
Of course.
Surprise. But it was something that was recommended to me by an influencer that I trust.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called Glaze.
Okay.
I guess.
Glaze.
That's what it says across it. It might be something else too, but the writing is so small that
your geriatric eyes couldn't see it.
Geriatric eyes couldn't read it. This is Glaze, and it's in the flavor or scent berry jam. Mm-hmm. It smells like strawberry shortcake. Like back in the olden days, the little dolls.
Oh, yes.
It smells like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I just really like it's a lip oil, but I like it because it's not sticky and it smells really good and it tastes good and it's apparently clean, quote unquote clean. And so I really like it. I'm into it. It has a very light tint. So it's mostly just shiny, but it has a light tint to it as well.
Okay.
So,
I can get down with that. That's exciting. Speaking, like you talked about Amazon, I've been trying not to order from Amazon, but the last big order I did, I got a giant red light panel. So, I have my red light mask. I have my red light stick. I think I even mentioned I bought a red light panel, but I've started to use it. And it's this giant panel that omits.
Is it full body? What do you mean?
It's like, I mean, it's pretty big. It's not a full body like panel. Like those are like $5,000.
Is it like a computer screen kind of?
I would say it's probably like 14 inches across and maybe 8 or 6 inches wide. I don't know. It's like I can hold it. It's maybe two laptop screens wide. I don't know.
Okay.
But it's like, it has a little stand. And so basically like after,
did you just do it and you're naked? You're just standing in front of this thing?
That's the best thing for you.
Okay.
So it's like I take a shower and at night it's like, because I take night showers, you take a shower. I do like not all of my full face routine because you're not supposed to do like.
You don't want barriers or whatever.
Yeah. So
right?
I just use like a hyaluronic acid and then I do the rest after. And then you're only supposed to do it for like 15 to 30 minutes depending on the wavelength and how long you've been doing it and blah, blah, blah. So right now I only do it for 15 minutes and I just lay buck naked and I wear little glasses.
You just lay on your bed? Is it like a self-tanning bed?
It's almost like that. It feels like that because I just lay on the bed and it just lays over me like a rotisserie chicken, this red light. And I have these little green glasses like that filter out the light so to protect the eyeballs.
What does it do again?
It's supposed to help it helps with to your skin to like restore itself and can help with anti-inflammation, muscle recovery, all kinds of stuff. But you have to make sure you have the ones with the right wavelength. Like there's actually like studies on it and there's lots of doctors, like actual doctors that, have recommended it and things. So, and you see it a lot at like spas and stuff, but it just, Yeah, it just can help.
That's
And
so cool.
it's non-invasive, which I like. And the panel was really inexpensive compared to the mask. The panel was only $60 and it does the whole body. But I would hate for anybody to walk in me doing that. Just like, ma'am, what are you doing? Because it is red. I mean, it really lights it up. So
Yeah.
anyway,
that's cool.
I'm into
Good
it.
for you.
Yeah. Well, I feel like it's like
good care of your
self-care. Like I feel like
skin.
it, and I do feel like I felt different with it, but it's too soon to tell because I've only been using it for about 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's cool. Well, your skin
good times.
looks amazing.
Good times.
Okay, so I talk about eyelashes as well.
Mhm.
This is nails, lips, and lashes. It's my
That's your
and
theme
blush,
song. Yep.
I guess. I don't know.
Mhm.
Anyway, lots of recommendations in those things. So my latest lash thing. So I was using this lash serum for a while and it worked pretty well, but then I read that it had bad ingredients in it that
Oh.
you're supposed to avoid because it's it can do bad things
Yeah.
to your eyes or something.
Okay.
And so I thought, well, I don't really want that.
Mhm.
And so I went down the eyelash serum trail
Mhm.
and I ended up ordering this one and I've been using it for a couple weeks now and I can tell a difference.
Mhm.
Can you see my eyelashes?
They're very long. Like they're incredibly long.
It's working. My
Mhm.
eyelashes are really long right now.
Mhm.
And I'm not adding, I'm wearing mascara, but I'm not, anyway,
You're not adding
I'm not
extensions.
doing, yeah.
Mhm.
And I feel like they've grown or something. So anyway, it's called New Organics
Okay.
and it's supposed to be
Clean.
yes. I don't know if it is actually.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it has a good name to make you think that, but
we'll see.
it supposedly doesn't have the bad ingredient that you're supposed to avoid.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Which I hope is
plus.
true.
Yeah.
But you know what? When it was being advertised, I almost bought it. And then I started to try to research a little bit, like read reviews. And I couldn't get to any reviews. And I was like, okay, there's something wrong here. So then I did a little bit deeper dig into stuff. And I found out the one that I was going to buy from was a false, like they were using somebody else's and then promoting it as theirs.
Yeah.
And they were in the videos that they were using to advertise, it was somebody else's. Like if you paused it and looked, it was like a totally different name than the one they were trying to sell. Anyway.
That's so annoying.
I'm glad I caught that.
Yeah.
So I got the official one.
Perfect.
And anyway, yeah, New Organics eyelash serum. I think it's, what is it? Yeah, eyelash. It's called Cosmic Lash or something.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
Perfect. I'll find out and I'll put it in the show notes so people
send
can
it to you. I don't know if I have ever told you about the primer that I like to use with mascara too. It's called Morphe or Morphe. How do you say that brand? Morphe, which is not an expensive cosmetics brand. And they have this primer, eyelash primer, and it's blue. And I like to use it before I apply mascara. And I like it a lot.
Nice.
And I don't think I ever told you about that.
You did, but I love it.
Oh my gosh. Did I really?
Yeah.
About the Morphe one?
Yeah, because we had a whole conversation about how you say Morphe because you kept calling it Morph. And I said, it's Morphe.
Am I getting dementia?
No, but you're
Alzheimer's.
no.
Why didn't I remember that?
Perimenopause.
No. I don't even remember the conversation.
Yeah.
Is it on this podcast? Holy shit. Whoops. There we go. I am becoming my mother.
Yes.
Just like repeating the stories that I'm like, oh yeah, I don't think I've said this before.
It's fine.
Jeez.
But I think it was a long time ago. So you're fine. It's all good. This is fun.
I feel so dumb.
No.
I feel so old. Okay.
Okay. So while I was at Sephora and I spent an hour looking at freaking flat irons, researching all this stuff. I
am surprised you went to Sephora and not.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was at Ulta. I meant Ulta. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I feel a little bit better.
Yes. So I was like, treat yourself because I've been in there so long that I was just like, I'm not walking out of here empty-handed. And so I did do an impulse buy. So I've always wanted to try the Tatcha brand of face moisturizers.
Oh.
They're they come in the one I know is a little purple jar and they're super popular. I mean, I've seen them for years and on influencers using them in different things. But when I went to go buy it, it was always this is $78 or $80 for, this little tub of moisturizer and blah, blah, blah. So they had a little twofer and there's two little, I would say barely samples, but they were the minis and it was $32 for two, which is a lot. And one was their it's a watered cream and the other was their dewy skin cream, which I really liked. And I've been trying
you're going to get hooked on it and then you're going to pay.
Probably, but Like the moisturizer, I've been using a face oil for a long time that I've liked. And then I have a moisturizer that I use from Good Molecules, which is one of my favorite brands. But I just feel like I need to switch up my skincare routine.
Okay.
And like the moisturizer that I've been using is fine, but it's like it's light. And I'm at the point where at nighttime, I need it to feel like pudding on my face.
Thick.
Like a thick boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, I just feel very, unmoisturized.
Yeah.
And I put it on and it was very delicious. And I feel like it's a nice price point for me because it's kind of expensive, but it's not expensive. We're not doing like a $500 cream or anything. And so I'm kind of excited to like try it out.
Yeah.
And I was happy to like treat myself a little bit because I've been like not doing it forever.
Fun.
And I'm like, yeah, like
you just spent an hour of your time and
yeah,
you don't want to feel completely like defeated.
So basically I was paying myself for the time.
Yeah.
Perfect. I love that.
I get it.
Yes. It's good times.
Okay. Well, switching gears from products, I want to talk a little bit about what I'm into in terms of style, I would say.
Okay.
And I keep getting advertisements for this company. And now I have not purchased anything from them, but I love looking at their online catalog. And for some reason, I get it in the mail too. And I don't remember ever signing up for it. Okay. So it's called Natural Life. And it's just so cute. And it's just it's very floral. Everything is very floral and patterns mix and matched. And it's bright colors. And I just think it's so cute. And they have lots of really cute clothes.
Okay.
But they also have other like household items and stuff. And like I said, I haven't bought anything, but I'm being worn down.
Any day now, you're going to pull the trigger.
I know. But I do like looking at it. I would be curious, if anybody has tried any of the stuff. I always like it if somebody that I know has something. I mean, because it's not super cheap.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily I like a variety of boho styles. I like the boho that is very simple and plain, like neutrals, like a lot of white, flowy stuff. This is not that.
Yeah.
This is very country.
Okay.
Country boho style. Okay. Does that make sense?
It does.
And they had these little things that you can put on your Birkenstock straps.
Of course. It all comes back to the Birkin.
I know it does. And I want them. I want them. They're like little beaded bracelets kind of for your Birkenstock straps just to jazz them up a little bit and make them look cute. Isn't that hilarious?
I think I'm happy that you found something that you love.
You are not going to be
joy.
into it at all. It is not. This is not something I don't think this would be something you're into. But as I'm scrolling right now and I'm like, I want that. I want that. I want that.
I love it though, because it's like, it is very hard, I feel, to find brands that you consistently like a lot of the things, for me at least.
Yeah.
Because I'll go somewhere, I'm like, I like that, but nothing else.
Yeah.
And so it's just like,
yeah,
trying to get that free shipping and I can't find enough to put in my cart. Okay. So I have been trying to be more hydrated, and I go through phases where I either like water or I am hating water so much. Like I can't even. And so I've been trying to drink and add like liquid IV into my life.
Okay.
Which liquid IV, I hear about it all the time, right? All these influencers like, use my discount code at Liquid IV, blah, blah, blah. And so anyway, I remember getting it for the first time and I'm like, this is disgusting. Like it is, it's thick. The taste is gross. Like it was just, I did not like it at all.
I have to dilute it way more than it says.
Dilute. And I feel like we've discussed this before, but I have to say, I have been using the sugar-free version so much better.
Oh.
And I've been getting this rainbow sherbet and a white peach. And it has made a big difference in being able to tolerate liquid IV.
Did you get it from Costco?
I got it
I think
from
they sell it there.
Fred Meyer. Okay. And I think I got one from a Walmart, which I never go to the Walmart, but I went because they had a very specific protein bar, which is another thing I love, called True Bar. And it is very good. They have a bunch of weird flavors, or I say delicious flavors. But like one of them was like peanut butter and jelly. And then they had like, I always start with like a peanut butter chocolate bar because I feel like that is the baseline. It's like when I go to a new Thai place, I'm always going to get pad Thai because that will set the tone if I'm going to like this or not. And I really liked their chocolate peanut butter one. I got their peanut butter and jelly, and it was a little bit like eating a peanut butter, like an extra creamy peanut butter sandwich with no beverage. I was just like, keep chewing. I'm still chewing. Like it was kind of a lot.
Have you ever shopped at grocery outlet?
Yes.
Okay, because that's a good place to find stuff like protein bars for way cheaper.
Yeah.
They don't always have the same selection.
But yeah. I liked this bar so much that I went onto their website, went to their store locator, and was very thankful that it showed all the stores in the area that had their bars and what flavors they carried. Wow. So that's the reason I had gone to Walmart, is because like they had them at like 4 different stores in our city. And so I went to the stores to get a little taster of all of them. So anyway,
True Bar.
I think it's called True Bar, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So something I did recently that I'm really into is recovering my kitchen chairs.
Oh.
So I did this when we first got our furniture, which was 9 years ago. And we got them off Facebook Marketplace, but it was a cute set, whatever. And my parents were there. They helped me recover the chairs with fabric, but then I put on top of that, I put a vinyl because my kids were young.
Yes.
And I wanted to be able to wipe them off. I don't like fabric chairs that get all grimy and nasty and you can't clean them.
Yeah.
But 9 years later, that vinyl had a lot of wear and tear and had holes, and there were things
I can vouch for that
happening to my chairs that were just not pretty.
Yeah.
And I really needed to redo that. And I did. And I had help. I had some family in town and they helped me, which was so great. I'm into having help. That was awesome. And they're redone and they are so they still look, the fabric still looks brand new.
Yeah.
Because it's been protected and I've been able to wipe them off. And I'm just really into having, redone chairs that don't have tape on them holding, the holes, trying to hold the holes closed until I got around to redoing it. So
I'm into your book club.
Yay!
Yes. So I started going to Jayme's book club and she's been asking me for probably years, maybe.
I'm sure.
Yeah, years. And I went to the first one. I did not want to go because her book club's on a Monday at 7. Yeah. And I was like, after Mondays are usually my longest day. And I'm like, I can't do that. And she lives, I don't know, 15 minutes away from me. So might as well.
It's closer to 20. I always think it's 15. I think it's 17.
I think it's 17 too, yeah.
Because I always think it's 15 and I give myself 15 and then I'm late and I'm like, crap.
So it made me feel when I drove there to the book club that I am going to Antarctica. I'm getting on a plane and a boat and maybe a I don't know, a submarine, and I'm going to Jayme's house. It was like so much. And then as I was driving there, I'm like, you're gonna have to drive back, and it's gonna be nighttime, and it's gonna be dark out. And I was like, okay,
wow. That's a lot of barriers to overcome.
Yeah, and I was just, and you got to put pants back on. So anyway, but I went and I loved it. I loved the girls there. I met some cool people, and it was nice just to have conversations. Yes. It was really nice not to have to lead anything because normally I feel like I'm a little leader, and it was just like, oh, this was really nice.
You can just come.
Yeah, so it was really good. So yay. Made a book club.
I'm very glad that you have joined.
Yes, it was good times.
Okay, so speaking of books then, I am into this book that we are going to read in book club, and I just recently read it, and I'm really into it. It's called The Berry Pickers. It's by Amanda Peters, I believe. Check me on that.
Okay.
It has such a good premise. I don't want giveaways, but I thought it was really well written. And then I found out this was her first book that she's ever written.
Wow.
And it is wildly successful and, published in different languages and countries and stuff. And I don't even really know what it is about it. I guess it's the premise of the characters and the story that I've never read a book like that. I've never read a book about that. And I'm not going to tell you what it is.
Okay.
But I recommend it. I really liked it. Called The Berry Pickers.
Love that. So I'm not reading any books right now. I mean, I kind of am.
That's weird for you.
Here's the thing. I was just, from February through the end of April, it was just doom scrolling. And I just was like, there was a lot going on.
I think I know why. Because you got off TikTok. And you were all good. And then you got back on and it sucked you in hard.
It sucked me in hard, but also like the world has been crazy.
Yes!
And so it's just like, I'm just like, let me watch cat videos. Let me not think about stuff.
Yeah.
And sometimes like the thought of like, oh, I have to pick out a book. I have to do this thing. And so I think I might have shared, but like basically what I'm doing is like, so I'm like, my goal is I want to read a book a week, which not too crazy. I
mean, that's kind of a lot, but
yeah, but
good.
if I'm reading before bed, and these are all short books, again, no Tolstoy.
It's doable.
It's very doable. And so I have like picking the books, and then I have the books ready to go, which is great. And so I have a few books by my bedside that I'm excited to read right now. So one of them is the sequel to Butcher and Blackbird, which was that very graphic, spicy kind of serial killery romance book that I read earlier this year that I didn't know what it was because the cover's so cute. And I didn't know what it was, but it was really good. But it has a lot of like trigger warnings and it's very spicy, and one that I'm glad I didn't listen to the audiobook. So anyway, but I have like a couple other books, and I'm very excited because like I'm not really supposed to be buying books, but you know, sometimes I have to because the book at book club is not available anywhere in a reasonable amount of time. So after we are done here today, I am going back to Barnes and Noble. So that's another thing I'm into. It's just like, it's like my sneaky, you know, some people have like a sneaky link, you know, do you know what that is?
No. What
sneaky
is that?
link is like your person that you hook up with and you're not telling anybody, and they're just kind of like on the down low. My sneaky link is going to Barnes and Noble and buying books.
I think that's a good one.
With my own money that I earn, and that nobody's telling me how to spend, but I just feel so sneaky doing it. So there you go.
I love that.
Anyway,
I love that.
Yeah.
So you're going to buy the book club books?
Amongst others, yes.
So we have been going to a lot of soccer games. Mm-hmm. And the weather has turned. It's been beautiful out during the day, but in the evening, it gets pretty chilly. And so what I have been into is bringing a sleeping bag to the game. So I had this mummy bag.
I'm dying. Between you and coming to school to pick up the kids with your frownies and the mismatch outfit, and now you got your sleeping bag.
Oh, I know. So I've been purging things, getting things out of my house, getting rid of things. Well, they've been going into the garage in preparation to get out of my house completely. And I had put this mummy bag in there because nobody wants to use it when we're camping or any other time because it's too narrow. And nobody liked this, but it's a really nice mummy bag. It's like from REI. It's a good one. But I thought, well, we're just done with that. Well, anyway, we were at this game. I saw this person and she had on this thing that looked like a poncho, but it was a sleeping bag.
Okay.
And I thought, oh my gosh, that's genius. And she said, yes. And it was worth every penny. And I was like, oh, okay. So I looked it up. Yeah. $300.
Oh, okay.
I thought, well, what is my comfort worth? And then I was like, I would do it. But then I also thought that's really a lot of money for something. And I was just thinking, wouldn't a sleeping bag work too? And couldn't I modify a sleeping bag, which I may end up doing, but so far. So anyway, so I decided I am going to take this out of my garage sale pile and I'm going to bring it to the game and just see how it goes.
Yeah.
Well, actually my mom was with us and she is this very sensitive woman who lives in the tropics. Oh. And I thought, I have to keep her warm. Yeah. So I brought it for her and she used it first, and it's a mummy bag. So what we did was you like step into it. You're in the bleachers, you step into it, then you zip it up and then you sit down and you are just toasty warm. I mean, you better not get up and try and walk. No. You can't.
Yeah.
But you're so warm.
Yeah. Hey. It worked.
It's perfect. Yeah. And it's not so bulky because it's not a regular sleeping bag. So you don't have all this extra stuff around your chair. It's ideal.
And you saved yourself $300.
And I already have. Exactly. Yes. Which means I can spend $300 on something
exactly
else.
Yes. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yay. Look at you. So innovative. Last thing is not a product or an experience. It's literally just telling people my needs. So I'm really trying to, I'm very into it, like just trying to be really very upfront about this is what I'm able to give in this situation. This is what I need in this situation. Like I just met with my, I have like a Better Up life coach who I really like. And life coach sounds so weird, but we're doing some work around like goal planning and vision board type stuff. It's really been really great. And we were supposed to meet just this last week and I just had a lot going on. And so literally, we usually just dive into kind of from the last week on our last session and blah, blah, blah. And I just like, here's what I need today. I'm stressed. So I need to tell you about what I'm stressed about. And I just need to process through it. And she's like, okay. And so like I just kind of talk, because again, I'm a verbal processor. I was just talking to her about things. And then she's like, well, what strategies are you using to like combat just different things. And I already had it out in my brain had already figured it out. I just needed to say it.
Yeah.
And so I'm just finding the more that I say what my need is and say what's happening in the moment, it's to the point now I will ask myself, I've been sitting at my house, and I'll just be like feeling some kind of way, like stirred or whatever. And I'll just say, I'll pause. I'm like, what do you need right now? What is it right now?
Yeah.
The other night I was like tossing and turning in bed, and it just felt, I had so much anxiety. I couldn't put my finger on it. I mean, it was like, I was talking to, in front of, the governor or something the next day doing a speech. Like it was that kind of just like, oh my gosh.
That sounds terrible.
It was awful. And there was nothing really that pressing. And so I just paused and I was like, we need to think about this. And so it's even just asking myself, like, what is my need? And like, what can I do in this situation?
Did you figure it out?
I did figure it out. And there's just a lot going on. I was like, our body's just at our full of like, we've had a big stressful week. Our body's at our full and it's manifesting physically.
And you couldn't unwind.
I couldn't unwind because there was just so much. And then I was like, okay, well, we need to start mitigating stress where I did have control. Because there's a lot of things like I don't have any control over XYZ, but I can control if I'm trying to stress myself out because like, my dishes aren't done and Jayme's coming over. Like I can be like, Jayme doesn't care. And that is not the greater good for me if I'm trying to like stress about that when it's just like, just enjoy your friend. So anyway, you know what I mean? It's just like,
and
just
I
taking
have no
that time.
clue if there's any dishes.
Right. But
I mean, I really don't know.
But you know how you can get caught up on your own crap and like nobody can see that. Like nobody cares. I mean, I wrote a crazy apology email to my manager recently for something that was so benign. And he was like, it's all good. And I was just like, oh, I'm stressed.
Yeah.
I'm like taking all my stress and like worry and I'm putting on this very tiny thing that wasn't even an issue. And I blew it up out of proportion in my head. I'm like, I'm getting fired. And it was like not even something that you would talk to someone about. It was a non-issue. So anyway, I'm about that life.
But good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
It's called growth.
Yes.
Yeah.
That sounds really healthy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And being able to stop in the middle of something that sounds kind of like a spiral or just being able to stop and almost like take a step back and look in and be like, what? Instead of just staying stuck.
Yeah.
That's huge.
It's really important. And it's hard to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is hard.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, I'm into
good
it.
For you.
Yeah.
I'm into pickleball.
Oh my gosh, Jayme.
I know I've said it before. That one I actually remember saying. I'm into it. It's warm out. It's so fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm learning things. I'm learning the rules that I didn't know. I'm learning the etiquette of the court. There is this court plaza. No, that's not the right word. There's 28 courts.
Okay. I feel like that is a plaza.
And you go there and sometimes they're all in use.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
I love that it's free, but they have this thing that you put your paddle in to hold your place in line.
Next game, like the quarter at the arcade.
And you like get in line and then you play with random people, which I actually haven't done that yet, but I'm learning like how it all works. And we started this little group on Thursday mornings. It's been really fun and I am into it. It's so fun because I love that a lot of older people play and can play. Mm-hmm. How cool is it to have a game that your grandparents can play if they want to and actually be successful at?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Right? I played with my mom. She is 75 years old. She kicked my butt a couple times. I mean, I kicked her butt too, but she did.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
It's very
it's a physical
cool
game.
Yeah.
So, but it's not to the extent where even if you're not good at moving quickly, you can still play this game. So I love it so much.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yay for that.
I know.
I don't know about you, but I think May, some really good stuff.
May is amazing.
Coming out of this. Some really good recs, some really good products, some really good opportunities to
100%.
shift it up. I know I have looked at pickleball before. I did join the local Facebook group.
Just ignored me.
And I did look at pickleball mallets or whatever they call them, paddles.
I have one you can borrow.
Yeah.
If you want to play with me, I'll teach you.
Okay. I would want to, if we do it, I have to go where there's not a lot of people and nobody's yelling at you and like, get off the cart.
No.
Because that's the one thing I don't like about pickleball that I've seen is that like, I thought it was a chill game, but there's some definitely like pickleball bros that take it to the next level that it's like, I don't want that.
So this complex, I think that's the word I was trying to think of. This complex has designated courts for different levels.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
And I thought that was pretty smart.
I think that's very smart because,
Because you don't want to be on that side where there's experts playing because you're going to annoy them and you're also not going to be able to play with them.
So are you and your mom going to get those matching pickleball shirts now?
I'd hit that.
Yeah.
I should.
Yes.
I should totally get one. That is hilarious.
If you're enjoying the podcast and would like to support the show, you can share episodes with your friends and family, follow us on Instagram at The Geriatric Millennials, or leave us a positive review and rating, all which help us to grow. Our theme music was created by the Finley Ghost. Check out their latest album now. Thank you so much.